Well, another mildly interesting update to the McConnell PowerArm rebuild. The digger update, the thing's sitting behind me as you can see. I've gotten a couple of parts back from the small engines repair shop and I'd like to show you what they did. You see before you, ladies and gentlemen, a forgotten, lost art. Nearly lost. These cast iron pieces, this cast iron boss, is essential for me to control the system because these two levers sit like so, diverging, and have little knobs on top that I can then handle with my both hands and use it to control all the functions of the power arm. Now, they snapped. Cast iron is not known to be very structurally strong, and these two bits snapped off during transport, much to my chagrin because I should have known better and taken them off. And it's taken me a while to find somebody who can do it. Turns out they were in my backyard. Small engine repair shop about half an hour away. Took this down to them and they were able to do this beautiful repair job. Now you might look at it and say, ugh, that doesn't look so good. But I look at it and say, look at that. That's called brass brazing. They've brazed the cast iron back together, which is pretty much the only real reliable way to do it. You can also weld cast iron, but a piece like this, you don't want to try that because you run the risk of it cracking again and basically falling into a million bits as it cools. Brazing uses lower temperatures. You do still need to heat up the entire part. However, it's basically similar to soldering the joint together. Solder being a low temperature metal. You fill in the gap with a filler metal, in this case bronze. I asked them what material it was. They said it's something in between bronze and brass, which I'm guessing it's some sort of specialized alloy for brazing. But anyway, there it is. I'm going to clean it up with a file and a wire wheel a little bit, get this ready for painting, and then I'm going to spray everything with primer and get it done. In the meantime, I've also pulled out, in prep for painting, I've pulled these parts out from the evapo-rust, and they're drying right now. So I'm just going to go take these beautifully repaired brass brazed handles, control levers, take them down to the basement, file them up a bit so they're a little neater, and then clean them up. This is a lost art. You can't get this anymore. There's no place online that I could find something like Send Cut Send where I could send these off and have them repaired and sent back. I would have done that. I would have paid a lot to get this done because the alternative for me was replacing these bits or fabricating a new boss and lever, which is possible because the part's not too complicated, but I'd much rather use the old ones. And having them brazed, which is such an old art and is now being lost because nobody knows how to do it anymore, is kind of, to me, a feather in the cap of this rebuild. Anyway, I'm going to go clean that up. I'll show you what it looks like. Well, here I've got the first lever fixed in my vise in my unnecessarily cluttered temporary, for many years, workshop setup. And I'm just going to file down the stuff. I'm not going to take it all down to the original profile because having the extra metal does give it a little more structural strength. So I'm just going to file it down so there's no strangeness to the shape. Well, I've made a fair amount of progress, as you can see, with the hand tools. And was on the phone with my uncle, and he suggested that I bring out the big guns, or the teeny tiny guns in this case. But yes, this is a much better idea, and will serve me in good stead to finish the rest of this in good time. Well, after much grinding and scraping and polishing with the wire wheel, this is what these look like. These are the handles. You'll notice I've taken off the plastic handle, or the plastic, well, I guess handle, and you see there's a obvious discoloration. All this nice shiny metal is what resulted after evapo-rust had its way. And under here, evapo-rust didn't really get to attack the rust very well, so it's not so nice and shiny, even after wire wheeling. Anyhow, that's what it looks like now. You can see the lovely brazing repairs. which have been ground down to fit the contours pretty nicely. And I am now going to spray paint everything flat black. And there we have it spritzed on. This is the stuff I'm using as the base coat. It says it instantly converts rust or whatnot. There was a tiny bit of rust left that I couldn't quite wire wheel away in the corners of there. I am using this more for a primer, but basically it's a primer and paint combination. So after wire wheeling and brake cleaning, using brake clean to clean all the oils and whatnot off, I have sprayed that upper side, and once that's kind of dry, I'll flip it over to spray the underside. Now for the rest of these, I have already sprayed both sides, and I am now going to go and get the regular paint and put on a second coat of matte paint. Well, here's the paint that I'm using, and started putting it on. As you can see, I'm not being too careful with my application. I just want to get paint on and seal up the surface, and then have it as rust-proofed as possible. The paint is going to take care of the majority of rust proofing, and for the remainder of rust proofing, which paint can't take care of, I trust that a liberal application of lubricants will do the job. All right, that's progress. These are drying up, as you can see. All right, well, that's all the parts with the first coat of paint on them. First, 2 coats of primer done, or well, 1 coat of primer done on these 2, 1 coat done, and on everything else, 2 coats of primer and 1 coat of paint. Now that's to dry, and then I will also put some more paint on these bits, but I think that'll be it, because I think once these are done, I'm just waiting for the hydraulic rams to come back. Then they'll need to be painted, and then I'll be ready to reassemble. And of course, as part of my unending journey to becoming a professional YouTuber, I should record an outro, shouldn't I? This has been mildly interesting for me, at least. Hopefully, at least mildly interesting for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.